Hi everyone, my name is Teacher Nicole and I wanted to make this video because I've been working with VIPKID for about the last 8 months and I want to talk about my experience getting hired and the pros and cons and what it's like for me right now since I have been working for the company for quite some time. So we'll take it back to about 8 months ago. I was working in South Korea and I wanted to do something on the side, so I decided I had a friend working at the same company as me, and she told me about VIPKID. So I decided maybe I'll give it a try. But I'm sure a lot of you have thought, and I was thinking, well, will I get paid? Is this legitimate? And let me just say, I'll just tell you right now, it is legitimate. I do get paid. So it's nice to know that, because when I was going into it, it felt like I was going into it a little bit on a whim. But my experience getting hired, I will say it was quite lengthy. It was not the easiest. I think it's the most difficult part of the whole experience with VIPKID, because you do have some demo lessons that you need to do. And for me, although I am a certified teacher, after I did my first demo lesson, they wanted me to do another because I think I was missing some things and I just wasn't. There is a certain way that they want you to teach with VIPKID, like doing TPR, making sure you have always that high enthusiasm. And I do believe I do have that enthusiasm, but I was missing some parts and maybe some of the nerves got to me, because when you do your demo lesson, you have someone on the other side who's pretending to be a child and you need to teach them. So you're put a little bit on the spot, but what you really need to try and do is just think, okay, it's fine. Just think of them as a child and talk to them like that, and I'm sure you'll do great. And there's a lot of videos out there on YouTube that I looked at. Like Nancy Taylor is a great one. I checked out her videos because I think that she has amazing enthusiasm, and the way that she teaches, it flows very naturally. So pretty much the whole experience to get hired, it was probably longer than most people in my experience, because I was doing another job. But if you're really dedicated to just getting that over and done with quite quickly, I'm sure you can finish that in a few days or a week. So after that, I was working about once a week, or maybe even less. And soon after that, I went traveling in Southeast Asia. And I was thinking, well, maybe I could do this while I'm traveling, because I went traveling for 3 months. But unfortunately, the internet connection was not great. I actually do have a funny experience, though, because when I was in Vietnam, I was in Hanoi, and I thought, oh, well, I could teach in this hotel room because, sorry about that, there's a siren. I thought, oh, I could teach in this hotel room because the internet connection is great. But it went well, but when I left, I forgot a poster that looked just like this. And then I'm sure the people in the hotel were thinking, what is she doing? Why is that poster up there? So I'm sure that was pretty strange. So after traveling, I didn't really have much feedback. Not many people had reviewed me because I hadn't been teaching very often, but I do have to say, once I opened my schedule, and I'm sure if you're unsure about this, you have a schedule and there are different times. So you are in charge of what hours you want to work. So if you want to open your whole schedule, you can do that. That might be a lot of teaching back to back. But after I was in London with my boyfriend for a little while, and I decided to open my schedule, and I was getting a lot more bookings, and it happened pretty quickly. And I think because I was trying really hard at least to get some regulars in, and I did, that I was getting about maybe 7 or 8 children a day. And sometimes even like I would have 4 children a break and then another 4 children. So it was nice because the money was coming in, I was enjoying it, and it was great. The hours are not very long. I was working maximum up to 4 hours a day, which is pretty part-time, but the money is really not bad. And if you get short notice bookings, you can make up to 22 or even more dollars per hour. So now we'll talk about right now. Now I'm currently in Canada, and since it is Chinese New Year just passed, it's a little slower now, but I can see it's picking up again, and I am getting those regulars and I am getting those bookings. So it's been great. It's something that you can really do anywhere in the world as long as there's a good internet connection and you have your headphones and you just have your setup, you have little props and these are things that you can, oh, that's my hair elastic. These are things that you can bring with you in a backpack. When I was traveling in Southeast Asia, yes, I did have things like little birds sticking out of my bag, and I did have puppets, which was pretty funny at times, but you can really do it anywhere in the world, and I really do recommend it to people. And this isn't one of those videos where I'm just trying to promote. I mean, I did say in the beginning, yeah, the interview process was a little more difficult than I expected. And also I will say there are some times where you have a lesson and maybe the child isn't listening or it's not going the way you want it to, but I guess because I've taught in the past, I know that is just the nature of teaching, and sometimes it doesn't go the way that you want it to go, but it's always a learning experience. And when you see those kids with a smile on their face or when they're asking you questions, it's really, really nice. So I have been doing this for a while, and I want to put it out there that if anyone would like to use my referral code, I'm here to help. I'm very available. I'm someone who would love to take you through the process and show you about how I teach different slides, how I do TPR, and how I would go about teaching different lessons depending on the level. So it would be awesome if you like this video, if you give it a thumbs up, if you would like to subscribe, and I would like to make more videos in the future. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.